What did you think, guys? I think this is another good one. I like this. I'm really liking this whole thing, where it's going and what it's doing. Do you guys agree or
I
disagree?
never not liked The Boys since
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
introduced me to it. So it's just one episode of goodness after another for me.
yeah.
And I gotta thank you guys every episode for introducing me to The Boys because it's just
Well, well.
freaking on.
This is yeah. I mean, this is another. This has got. This one had no freaky, weird, bloody, sexual sequence in it. It was
Yeah.
just. Now that's about to change because episode 6 is the one everyone's talking about, which is where they have herogasm.
Yeah.
That's gonna. This is the calm before storm, but this is just. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next?
But,
These
but
characters
that's,
just doing their thing, you know. Interesting.
that's the great thing. It doesn't have to be like always
Head popping.
head popping and
Yeah.
some crazy sex thing.
No, it doesn't
They
because
just
it's good.
It's just good
great-
stories.
and they just continually just show us something we haven't seen before, regardless if it's like story wise or head popping wise or just
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. So, what
Yeah.
do you guys think about the rise of Soldier Boy
I mean,
as he
I
comes
think
onto the scene?
It's really interesting what he's kind of being because it's of course the petty run, but like we talked about it the other last week, it's like another Homelander. He just
Yeah.
doesn't fly, you know.
So far, yeah, it looks like it. Yeah,
And the idea of is the enemy of my enemy my friend, and the question is, who is the enemy of the enemy? Is it going to be Butcher and them going up against Homelander, or is it going to be Soldier Boy and Homelander going down against the people? Because between the two of them, I mean, who really can stop them? Especially now that he's got super nuclear blast power taking powers.
Is it going to be Homelander and Soldier Boy against what?
All right, guys, I have a theory. It's theory time. Theory time. I've been studying and reflecting this, and I'm going to propose to you, gentlemen, how I think this might well play out, based on what we've seen so far. So let's start with I can never get her name right. Kimiko.
Kimiko.
Right. She, to me, I think, probably to most people, is her storyline is there to set up what's going to be happening with Homelander in relation to Soldier Boy and the V-24, right? Let me explain.
How?
All right, so what she has demonstrated to us that Soldier Boy can take away your superpowers.
Right.
Right? And I believe that this is what lots of people believe. This is what's going to happen to Homelander. It's just too juicy an idea that for a period of time, Homelander is going to be human, right? Yeah. There's something that's almost irresistible to think. So I believe that she has lost her powers. She's super happy about it, and doing these dance sequences, which I love, but I hate because no one is allowed to be that happy in The Boys. No one is allowed to be that happy. So something bad's gonna happen. And Frenchie has been taken by,
what's her name?
Russia girl, and he's been he's going. His life is in danger. So you know what she's going to do? She's going to grab compound V-24.
Yeah.
She's going to drink it, and I believe what's going to happen. This is guesswork here. That's going to reignite and reboot all her powers again. So she's going to go right back to where she was before she ran into Soldier Boy, and that will stay with her, right? So I believe that's what's going to happen to Homelander. I believe that Homelander. Sorry, that's what's going to happen to Homelander. Homelander is going to meet Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy there with Butcher. They're going to take his power away, and then it's going to be all kinds of fun and games. I don't know that it's going to take place over a sequence or an episode or two. Homelander is going to be disempowered, and Butcher's going to get after him, souped up, right? But as kind of I think JP said before, because first of all, you said it, Gift. Their stories are parallel. Homelander and Soldier Boy's stories are very, very similar. and it's been pointed out by everybody that both of them had loved a woman who betrayed them. Brave Maeve and
then,
the Scarlet Witch piss
yeah.
take. So both of them have something they can relate to each other. Both of them have been betrayed, not by just women, but by Vought and everybody else. So I think Soldier Boy is going to look at Homelander and say, you know what, you and me, we're bros. We're the same. Have this compound V. Get it all back. Let's combine forces because a Homelander Soldier Boy combination is hell. Like that idea is frightening beyond all belief, and that's what the boys love to do. Think of the worst situation. The boys just know how to make it worse, right? And so you're going to have Butcher and Huey probably just up against it, just impossible odds versus those two. And somewhere in this mix, Stan Edgar will come back into the fray. Whether both of those guys go for him and succeed in killing him, or Stan plays that card, finally reveals what it is that allows him to absolutely bag these two and get away with it.
So,
that's my theory time.
I like that theory time. I want to put in because I agree and I disagree on some parts. So I think what's going to end up happening is, like you said, it's going to come down. There's going to be the battle between Homelander and Soldier Boy, and I think we've been seeing a lot of the foreshadowing. It was started with Homelander talking about I'm better than you guys. All right, so we're setting up for that drop, and then obviously the next was him taking over Vought as a company and getting overconfident, but not knowing what it is and his own insecurities preventing him from being able to really fully realize how to run Vought and not just be, Homelander. So I think what we're going to actually see what happens, and it might be a little cliche, but I think it's why we're going to be able to have a season 4 of The Boys, because everything continues off from there, is that we're going to get the battle between Butcher and Huey. Mother's Milk will come back because, he's going to begrudgingly work with Soldier Boy to take out Homelander. And they're going to succeed in removing the powers from Homelander. And what will end up happening is obviously Homelander comes back into a normal form and probably gets his butt whooped a little bit by Butcher, but somehow escapes out. And what will happen is Soldier Boy will end up taking over as the head of Vought and will actually probably bring Stan back to put him into jail to test on Stan and to torture Stan like he was in Russia, because there's no doubt that Stan was part of the group that was like, we're going to work with the Russians to take out Soldier Boy so that we can start to implement a new version of Heroes, because what Stan had said before was the old one was just, they were faulty. They were uncontrollable. They were just so egotistical that they were sloppy. They were powered celebrities, but they weren't powered warriors. So I think we're going to see that. And I think what it's going to be is that we're going to see Homelander go into almost like a Jamie Lannister kind of thing, which is ironic because they're both New Zealanders, but have like a Jamie Lannister kind of effect where he works with the people to try and take down Vought from his knowledge, but not with his powers anymore, while also trying to face in season 4 what it's like just to be a person, which I think we're going to get the fake. It ultimately will lead to a fake redemption story until he gets his powers back, and then ultimately, Homelander has to be destroyed. But I think it's going to be in the cost of Maeve being gone. I think we're going to see Starlight end up being gone, not in this season, but probably for next.
You think they're going to kill off Starlight?
I think they're either going to kill off Starlight or they're going to kill off Huey.
Whoa!
And I
kill off Huey.
and I do think that what's her name, Head Popper. I don't know what her game is going to be in with this, but there's going to be either she's a final weapon or she is going to flip or something. But I don't know whether it's going to be her death or it's going to be a backfiring of her powers. But one way or another, her daughter is going to be taken care of by somebody else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't seen what's happening
Nando's kid and her kid will be siblings, step siblings.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Homelander's kitty sitting there in the background.
With
that
real
kind
powers
of-
and not
Yeah.
B24 powers like
Well,
old
they've
girls.
said that he's got to grow up before he's got to get older before he takes on Homelander, and
Yeah.
that could. Oh man, I haven't gone past this season, by the way. My prediction is all season 3 stuff. What happened? I can't go. I can't predict what's gonna. But that's just what I'm seeing now. But of course, probably none of it will happen.
Also, I think that we're also going to see over the course of this next season really what Black Noir can actually do, because I think he's going to get a trauma effect, a trauma memory return whenever he sees Soldier Boy again, because he's the only one that.
Well, yes, that is true. He's the only one still there from that group.
Let's remind our friends to please click on the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos out.
Subscribe.
Subscribe!
Die. Oh, die.